It's April 30th at my house. Great time to take a video. My neighborhood is really quiet on Monday mornings. Everybody's at work, except for this dude. And so it's a great time to take some video of the yard. See the progression. This is the side yard, and it is April 2018. See the shaggy tree here? This thing is really grown in quite nicely. And unless you have been under here, it looks like you can't get under this tree until you get under here, and you can. We've created a room here, and so we sit under here all the time. And you know, you can see how secluded, like there's that road there, and here's the seat. People can't see you back here, especially at night. It's very secluded. And you see all of the cover. Here we have cars covering. And so this is a great place to sit. Kind of a little vignette here to stare at the hummingbirds. The hummingbirds love this garden. This is a big hummingbird garden. So this room is really coming along. I was hoping this would happen, and it's really grown. Man, I planted this Texas sage a couple years ago, and it's gotten big. That's positive. This is a mountain sage here. So this particular area kind of grows like a canyon. You can see the sun comes up over here, and it sets over here. And so in between these, it doesn't get sun, you know, until like 11 or noon. And then over here, the sun gets cut off at like 5 or 6. And so this is a canyon environment. So I put canyon plants here. This is a mountain sage, or a Salvia microphala, I think. I love the hot lips, the black and white. This is another one. I think this one needs a bit more sun, but it does okay here. It's all right. Mountain laurel has really come on this year. I can't believe how much this is, you know, the first year creep, second year sleep, third year leap, right? So you can see how much this has grown. Here's the new growth right here. That is, so that you know, that far. That's a long way. My whole forearm. That's like 16 inches worth of growth, 14 inches. That's a lot for a mountain laurel, because it's going to put on new growth in the fall too, just a few inches. So very pleased with the mountain laurel. A few blue bonnets that are going out. I'm going to replace that garlic chives, and I'm going to put something there from the Devil's River Valley. I don't know what yet, but that's a canyon as well. And then here, right here, is a little drainage area. It goes down into the swale, and so I'm going to put a small rain garden here with some muleys and other stuff. And then here I'm also going to put something from the Devil's River Valley, because it is kind of like a canyon here, kind of. You know, this is my newest bed right here. Nobody even knows this is here. I planted this in the winter, but it's so small. You can see this is lavender, not so good. It's got a little bit coming up, and so I'm going to let it go. I'll leave it. But got some trailing rosemary, hoping to just kind of hide this profile here so that you can't really see it. These are supposed to get 4 feet long, so it should get down there quite a bit. This is Mexican oregano, Pride of Barbados, and another lavender. Then over here I'm going to do some border plants. I'll put in like 3 to 5 border plants right here. You know, probably like Blackfoot daisy, verbena, doubtful some four-nerve daisy, just not, they can't handle the Bermuda grass. So this is my newest area here. I can see the deer came by today. Or is that the ants? Oh, that's ants. Great. So the ants are trying to take my seed. Even better. Well, that's not going to work out. So I put a bunch of seed over here yesterday. Bunches of seed. It looks undisturbed. That's awesome. These are Maximilian sunflower seeds. So I'm trying to, this area is incredibly hard to mow. I can't come down here because it's so steep. And so what I want to do is get some Maximilian sunflowers to colonize this area. It's blocked in here, it's blocked in here, it's blocked in by the road. So they really can only creep this way, which is fine. And they're not going to go down here because they'll be washed away. So they're going to stay up here on this hill, I think. And so I think that'd be fine to get a colony here. The bluebonnets turned out pretty good this year, actually. You know, they're fading. It is May, or April 30th, May 1st, whatever. And so they are fading. But they turned out pretty good. The red verbena in the background was supposed to pop against the blue. That didn't turn out worth a damn. So next year we'll have to do something different there. You can see sage gardens blooming too. Yucca rostrata looks good. But here's what's coming. I'm super excited about the larkspur. The larkspur is coming. It is everywhere this year. Last year I planted 6 packages of seeds. This year there's got to be 400 of them out here. Last year I had a few dozen. They are literally everywhere now. And it's nice and purple. And the reason I put this here is because I needed a contrast, because this is going to go out and it's going to start looking like crap, the bluebonnets. And I need time to let them seed. So this is designed to be here to catch your attention and not even pay attention to the bluebonnets, so the bluebonnets can go to seed and I can mow them June 1. I don't usually mow my wildflowers until June 1. My wildflowers, for some reason, they bloom late, and so I mow them late. This is supposed to be Indian paintbrush or Mexican hat, but the deer have eaten them. There's only one that's coming up here. You can see all of the, well, I guess these aren't chomped that bad. That one's the only bloom coming up so far. All of the others were eaten at some point, so I'm hoping that the deer let them go now, but if they don't, then I'm mowing them, and I'm going to put something there that will grow. Yeah, let's see what we got over here. Let's go back into the sage garden. So this is for standing cypress. It takes 2 years for standing cypress wildflowers to grow. You can see some right here. There are standing cypress wildflowers in here. Right now, I'm just letting it go native, and I'm going to plant some more standing cypress here in about another month, just to kind of boost it. And this whole area here will be standing cypress. That's a wildflower, but it can't be mowed, and so that's the reason that I have it in here like this. This looks nasty. I hate this area. It's this area in my yard is the only area where mulch doesn't affect anything. The ryegrass just comes up here rampant, and whatever, it's rye, it's going to die off. But the sages can handle it. You can see this is a Mystic Spire sage. It's in full bloom, which goes well with the bluebonnets. This one's not doing so well this year. I think I'm going to move him and donate him somewhere. This is Jerusalem sage. Got to be one of my favorite flowers in the sage world. That is such a cool looking flower. I love how it comes out and makes all these unique designs. I love that. So anyway, one of my favorite flowers. Flame acanthus, the #1 hummingbird plant in Texas. Coming up here. Bunch of, actually, here's another flame here. I didn't even see that one. And, you know, last fall I put in a flowery senna. That's what this is here. Looks like the deer have done a little munching on it, but not bad. You know, deer sleep in my yard, so I can't really control that. Everything I get has to be deer resistant. And so I'm expecting them to taste it. You know, they've tasted a few limbs here, but not all of them. So that's what that is. And shocked that the coreopsis is coming up, because the deer will eat all of those blooms. So shocked. Can't believe it's coming up. You know, my wife's favorite color is purple. So I got purple right here, right out front. That's just a little brownie points right there. And so this is the sage garden. I'm going to get 2 more sages over here. I'm going to get black and blue sage. And I can't remember the name of the other one off the top of my head right now, but there will be 2 more sages right over here next to the dwarf palmetto. The dwarf palmetto is going to go pretty much right here. I'm going to move this over so that the path is smaller. This is the view from my front door. And so I'm going to move this over here so to make this path kind of come up this way. And then I'm going to put the dwarf palmetto right here. And the sages over here. So yeah, that's my view. And, you know, Pride of Barbados coming up. That's good. These garlic chives, the purpose was made, and we're going to pull those up, and I'm going to put in some okra right there. You can see right here this little black tubing. I've got irrigation out in this one section. And the reason I have it here is so I can grow vegetables in the summer. So I'm going to put okra here, and okra here. My family seems to like okra all of a sudden. I love okra, so I'm okay with that. This is oxblood daisies. Man, they look great when they come up in you know, September. They're about to go toast in the heat. They're not going to be able to handle it. Here's a little Pecos River or Devil's River Valley plant, four-nerve daisy. You see one of these in the Devil's River Valley, and they look like this thing right here. That's what they look like. I mean, seriously, that's this little leaf here and that little flower sticking up. That's it. I mean, pathetic. But you put them here where they get 33 inches or like 3-4 times their average rainfall, and they look great. So here's more four-nerve daisy, Greg's mist flower, lamb's ear, love that. Blackfoot daisy. I'm very proud of these. These are I can't say the first name, but these are a milkweed that butterflies eat, and the last word is tuberosa. It's like a splendirosa tuberosa or something like that. And this particular milkweed takes 3 years to bloom. 3 years to get that. No joke. This is the 3rd year for this plant. You can't buy them because they're tap-rooted plants. You have to plant them by seed. And so I planted those by seed 3 years ago. I've been waiting so patiently. And so it looks like this year they're finally going to give me a return. 3 years to bloom and 4 years for maturity. I mean, my goodness, that's forever. Yeah, here's what I got up here. This dwarf Yaupons toast. This one right here. I'm going to take this guy out and just let the Chinese fire grow in. This plant's gotten super, super big. The dwarf Yaupon, bamboo muley. And then back here we have some cool stuff. So I put these back here on purpose because the deer eat them. This is a native poinsettia. And in the winter, if you have a whole bunch of them like this, it's kind of a weedy poinsettia. It's not like the one you sell, but if you have a whole bunch of them like this, there'll be a nice sheet of red back there, which is nice. So this right here is my succulent garden. I have not replanted it since the winter. There's quite a bit of damage, but this looks, nah, it doesn't look good. I was gonna say it looks pretty good. It doesn't at all. I'm gonna have to replant all that. This is another succulent garden I have over here. As you can see, a little bit of succulents and a dead, dying fern. Need to replant all the succulents. Some ferns right by the front door. You know, it doesn't get very sunny right in this area. They get about an hour, maybe 2 hours for the sun. So I got some ferns here. Little button fern, river fern, forget fern, asparagus fern, and foxtail fern. Yeah. And so that's the front yard, most of it anyway. Over here I'm going to put a couple of berms. You can see the berms are here already, but this area drains. I don't know if you can see, but there is quite a depression right here, and that's just from drainage. This area drains, goes wow, water hauls butt that way, and you can see right there where it's kind of drained that out. So I'm going to put a couple of berms here to slow down the water. Going to have to extend this berm out this way a little bit, I believe, but we're going to put stuff on top of these berms. I'm going to put Sandanqua, or not a Sandanqua, viburnum. I'm going to put, I forget what I'm going to put. I'm going to put 2 understory trees here. We've got some Texas betony under here to act as a ground cover. This is a shade area. So I got a Yaupon holly. I'm going to get another Yaupon, put it there, and another Yaupon, put it here. I didn't realize that Yaupons grew in thickets, so I'm going to create a thicket for them. This is American Beautyberry. Pretty excited to have this here. It should be a good specimen this year. It looks pretty good. And it loves this particular environment. Oh, although it looks like it's kind of coming undone there. Oh yeah, that's not okay. Let's fix that a little bit. Give me a second, sorry. Looked like a little bit of the dirt had come off there. Some more Texas betony. Oh, there's my anti-deer device right there. So, I used to have a sprinkler here, but it just broke yesterday. And so now, whenever it does that, which will probably scare the hell out of the deer, probably, at least until I can get another one of these. This is only here to protect the peppers. This is my pepper garden. This is shade. You can see all the shade I get back here, right? Almost full shade. There's about 2 hours worth of non-shade. Chili Pekin. That's Texas betony. I'm going to put another there is a Chili Pekin right here. It just hasn't grown yet. I'm going to put another one right there. Chili Pekin. There's one right here that hasn't come up yet. Chili Pekin. More Texas betony. And another Chili Pekin. So I've got several Chili Pekins over here. And that thing is very effective. As you can see, I just move and it goes off. So this thing really works whenever it's working. Nice big pittosporum there, right under that nice big oak tree. So This is my yard. I like this place. It was all grass when I moved in. This was all grass. It was no trees, no nothing. Or I'm sorry, there was trees. There was trees. There was nothing else, just grass. And so I'm really enjoying the way this is looking right now. The thing I'm looking forward to most is this bed out here, because it hasn't, it's the first year, and that's going to be a big show bed in the summer. And then these larkspurs, which you can't really see over there, but man, those larkspurs, you can see all the fuzz. See all that lime green fuzz right here? That's all larkspur. And it is going to look great this year. Pretty excited about that. All right, that's what I got.